should start working. Yes, that looks promising. Okay, so you've got everything you need, yeah? Super. So welcome to this morning's yoga session on Facebook Live. So this morning we are looking at the Summer Solstice, which is an event that's happening over this weekend. And it's the time when we have the longest daylight hours in the year. So technically this day is tomorrow, which is the 20th of June this year. But also on the 21st of June, we only have just a few seconds less daylight. So the solstice is actually straddling the 2 days. Looking at the sunset tomorrow on Saturday, and then the sunrise on Sunday morning. It's always picked at the point of the actual solstice, which is just one moment in time. And it's given this name, the solstice, because it translates as time standing still. And this is known as the astronomical start of summer, although it doesn't feel particularly summery at the moment. And there's lots and lots of places around the world that celebrate the summer solstice. So we're going to have a little look at some of those things in our yoga practice this morning. So make sure that you've got your mat rolled out and that you've got anything else you might need. So perhaps a blanket or soft toy for relaxation. And if you don't have a mat, that's fine. Just remember to remove those socks to make sure that you're not slipping on whatever surface you are using. We're going to come straight in and find ourselves a comfortable seated position. So somewhere that you can grow a little bit taller through the body. Use that golden thread to allow your head to float up towards the sky. So we take 3 deep breaths together with the chime to settle into our yoga space. Lovely. So we're going to come over now onto our hands and knees and curl up in our rock pose. So that's with your knees either together or apart. We're going to curl up into a really small little ball. And imagine that it's the dark time just before the dawn when the sun rises. We're just waiting like the sun for the right moment to rise in the sky. Taking a pause here. Then slowly beginning to rise up onto your knees. Bringing the hands together in front of your heart. And as we imagine we're just like the sun rising, going to sweep our arms out wide, lifting up into the sky. Then sink them back down together in front of your heart. And again, reaching out and up. Hands back together. Let's add it in with the breathing. Breathe in, reaching up. Breathe out, sinking down. One more. Lovely. And as our sun rises a little bit higher into the sky, coming back down onto those hands and knees, spread your fingertips out and lift your hips up towards the sky, making your downward dog shape, imagining you're now the very top of the sun rising in the sky. You might like to just gently walk out your legs while you're here, bending one knee and then the other. Lovely. Now either stepping or hopping your feet all the way up to your hands. Then rising up tall, spread your arms out wide as the sun rises high up in the sky. Hands coming down in front of the heart. Now on the summer solstice, we're celebrating lots and lots of daylight hours. So we're going to have a go at doing some sun salutations this morning. But rather than just the usual 2 or 4 rounds, we're going to build up lots of heat and light and energy in the body by seeing if we can manage 10 whole rounds of sun salutations together, okay? So we're going to start off just with the movement, and then after we've done a couple of rounds, we'll start adding in that breathing cue. We'll breathe in and out, and of course we'll get used to the movement, so I'll stop talking you through those. Just add in the breath cues, really starting to connect with that sun salutation sequence. So if you stand right at the very top of your mat, plant those feet down into the floor with your hands together in front of your heart. So we reach our arms up like the rising sun, then fold all the way forward. Step one leg back, then step the other leg back into your plank pose. Lower your knees and your body down to the floor. As you roll the shoulders, look up towards the sunny sky. Lifting the hips into your downward facing dog. Take a big breath here, in and out. Hopping your feet to the top, just like a frog. And then reach those arms out wide, come all the way up to stand. Hands together in front of the heart. 9 more to go, reaching out and folding forwards. Hands onto shins. Then step one leg all the way back, the other leg back. Lower your knees and your body all the way down like a snake. As you roll your shoulders, look up to the sky. Lift yourself up, downward facing dog. Big breath here. Hopping your feet to the top, reaching out wide up to the sky. Hands come back to the heart. On to round 3, reaching up, folding forwards. Step one leg back and the other leg back. Come all the way down to lay on your tummy as you roll the shoulders, looking up. Lift the hips, downward dog, top of the sunrise. Big breath in and out. Hopping to the top, then rising all the way up to the sky. Hands in front of the heart. Let's add in the breathing. Breathe in to reach up. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, one leg back. Breathe out, other leg back. Breathe in, knees come down. Breathe out, body comes down. Breathe in, look up to the sky. Breathe out, downward dog. One breath here. So you breathe in, hop to the top of your mat. Breathe out, hold in your fold. Breathe in, sweep the arms out. Breathe out, back to the heart. And again, breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, one leg back. Breathe out, other leg back. Breathe in, knees down. Breathe out, body down. Breathe in, roll the shoulders. Breathe out, downward dog. One breath here. Breathe in, hop to the top. Breathe out, dangle forward. Breathe in, reaching up. Breathe out, hands to the heart. Take a pause here, a couple of breaths. Halfway through. Building a bit more heat and light as we breathe in, reach those arms up. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, one leg back. Breathe out, other leg back. Breathe in, lower your knees. Breathe out, tummy lowers down. Breathe in, roll the shoulders, look up. Breathe out, downward dog. One breath here. Breathe in, hop to the top. Breathe out, dangle forward. Breathe in, reach up high. Breathe out, hands to the heart. Let's keep going, breathing in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And in and out. Hold that down dog for a breath. Breathe in, hopping forward. Breathe out. Breathe in, take up space. Breathe out, hands to the heart. 3 more, breathe in and out. In and out. In, out. In and out. One breath here. Breathe in, hop it forward and out. Breathe in and out. Twice more, rest if you need to. Breathing out. Breathe in and out. In, out. In, out. Stopping downward dog. Hop as you breathe in and out. In, out. If I haven't lost count, this is the last one. Reach up. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in and out. In, out. In, out. Big breath, downward dog. Breathe in, hop to the top. Breathe out. Breathe in, reaching up. Breathe out. Pause in stillness. Hands at the heart, tall in the head. Breathing in and out a few times here. Lovely. Then give yourself a well-earned sit down. So pop down to sit on your bottom. As we look at the ways that a few different places around the world celebrate their solstice. So we're starting in Scandinavia in Northern Europe. So we're looking at Finland, Norway, Sweden, that kind of area. And they celebrate with large bonfires. In fact, they had the record for the biggest bonfire ever. So we're going to make the shape of fire using our hands. So you can stay where you are. I'll just show you how this looks. So you're going to bring one hand to make a little saucer, okay? Then the other one, you're going to have a good old thumbs up, rest it on top of your saucer. Now this thumb represents your flame, your fire, or your Agni, as it's known in Sanskrit, ancient Indian. So you're going to rest that just in front of your tummy and imagine that fire burning brightly inside your tummy as you sit down either on your bottom or your knees. Take a nice couple of deep breaths all the way down into that fire in your belly. Let it go with a sigh. Once more. Now we need a really big bonfire, so we're going to start to grow tall. Keep that flame shape in your hand as you come up high on your knees, bringing one leg in front, coming up onto the other leg. Plant those feet nice and wide as you start to send that flame high up above your head. Take it as high as you can. Big breath into the pit of your belly, blowing out. One more. Lovely. Bring that fire back down. Rest your hands on your tummy. Lovely. Okay. So in Britain, lots and lots of people go to Stonehenge to celebrate summer solstice. Now this site's been around for about 4,500, 5,000 years, a really long time. And when it was built, it's believed it was to do with the alignment of the sun, particularly at the 2 points of the solstice. So people go there to watch the sun rising and setting between the stones. So we're going to make ourselves into some of those really big, bold stones at Stonehenge. So we're going to start by being a tall, upright stone. So bring your feet really close together, glue those legs together, glue the arms alongside your body, and grow really, really tall through the crown of your head. One of those big, sturdy stones. Fantastic. Let's see if we can make that stone even taller. Leave the legs as they are, but sweep the arms forward, bringing them all the way up over your head. Spread out those fingers and reach up towards the sky, just like the really tallest stone at Stonehenge. Wonderful. Well, some of them have pillars and then a stone laying on top. So let's spread those arms out wide, make ourselves into a big letter T. Spread those fingers out as you imagine being a big tall stone on top. Super. Now we're going to sink all the way down to the floor and make one of those archways with our body. So if you sit on your bottom, bring your hands behind you with your fingers pointing towards your feet. And as you push down into your hands and your feet, then float our tummy up as high as you can towards the sky, looking straight up. Feel all that strength in your body. Lift your tummy a little higher, just a moment longer. Lovely, gently soften down. And as we imagine we're maybe one of those top stones, we're going to come to lay all the way on your back. Again, glue those legs and arms tightly in towards each other. So you take a moment to be still. Imagine you're a big, bold stone in the circle of Stonehenge, with the sun rising and setting around you. Wonderful. Now we begin to think about Egypt in North Africa. And when they celebrate their summer solstice, they tend to visit the pyramids. And it's said if you look straight at the Sphinx, that beautiful cat-like statue, that the sun sets and rises perfectly between 2 pyramids in front of you. So we're going to roll from here over onto our tummies, bringing your elbows underneath your shoulders so you have a straight line. Your hands down on the floor. And the tops of your feet pushing into the ground. As you roll your shoulders, bring your head to look straight forwards. Imagine that you are that big stone sphinx in front of the pyramids of Egypt. Take a big breath in. Blow it out. Once more. As you bring those hands under your shoulders, lift it up, find that downward facing dog, and come all the way up to standing nice and tall. So we think about making ourselves into that pyramid triangular shape. See if you can take your feet a little bit wider and then turn one of your feet 90 degrees to face the opposite end of your mat. Okay. Sweep your arms out nice and long. Then lean towards those front toes. Bring your hand down onto your leg and reach up high, imagining your top hand is the top point of a pyramid. Beautiful, really stretching up all those lovely triangle shapes in your body. And then slowly float back up. And then swap your feet. So turn this one back and then the other one out to the side. So your feet are like this, a bit like an L shape. Arms nice and long. Reach out over the opposite leg. Bring it down, reach up. Notice all those triangles you can see in my body here. Under the arm, under the legs, from the points of my toes to the tops of my fingers. Making that outline of a pyramid. Super stuff. Slowly floating back up tall. And bringing your feet back together. So in ancient Europe, when they used to celebrate this solstice, this litha as it was known, they used to roll giant wheels of fire into the water to show that balance, the importance of both fire and water on the planet. So if you stand up nice and tall, we're going to see if we can make ourselves into a wheel of fire. So have your feet as wide as your shoulders, so you're nice and firm. Then sweep your arms up high. Take a hold of your hands or your wrists, so you've got a nice, big, strong shape above you. We're going to circle the whole way round, just imagining we have that fire in our fingertips. Begin to slowly fold down as you circle all the way in one direction. That circle of fire rolling towards the water. Beautiful. Next time you reach the bottom, stop here. Splashing down. Imagine your fire has rolled into the water. Let your hands become separate as you swish them side to side. Just like running your fingers into water. Lovely. Roll all the way back up tall. Sweep your arms out, making that fire in your fingertips once more. This time send your circles the other way around, rolling your wheel of fire down towards the water, tumbling and turning. Next time you come forward with a splash. Let the fingers drift towards the floor. Gently sway side to side. Just like the cooling water beneath your fingertips. Wonderful. Slowly rise all the way back up to standing. As we imagine we're at the end of the day and our sun is slowly beginning to set in the sky. Begin to bend your knees and sink down towards the floor, just like the sun setting behind the horizon. Come all the way onto your knees. And just as we began, curl yourself up into a little ball, imagining you're the sun setting in the distance as nighttime begins to fall. Being nice and still, take a couple of breaths. As we prepare for relaxation, you can either simply slide out to lay on your tummy, or if you prefer, roll over onto your back. Have a little wriggle, grab your blanket or cuddly toy, and then let your body become really, really still as you allow your eyes to close. And you imagine that you're sitting high upon a hilltop. It's the dawn of summer solstice, the day that brings the most daylight, celebrated for thousands of years on and off. As you sit warm and cozy with a blanket around your shoulders and a warm cup of tea in your hand, you begin to watch the sun rising in front of you. The sky growing brighter as the red, orangey ball of the sun rises from beyond the horizon. The sky gets lighter and lighter. You feel the warmth of the sun beginning to warm your body. You look around you, noticing how the sunlight bounces off of the trees and plants that surround you. Listening to the dawn chorus as the birds begin to awaken and sing. Sitting a little while longer as you take in the marvel of the rising sun. Slowly starting to wriggle your fingers and your toes. Slowly and gently bring yourself back to a comfortable seated position. Growing tall, lifting your head towards the sky as we close our practice with 3 deep breaths. bringing your hands together in front of your heart as we bow to the goodness within each other. Namaste. So thank you very much for joining us for this summer solstice celebration. I hope that you enjoyed the class and that you enjoy the weekend ahead of you, which is full of summer solstice and International Yoga Day. There's an eclipse, there's Father's Day, and hopefully some sunshine too. So whatever you are up to this weekend, we hope that you have a really lovely time. Maybe take an opportunity to watch either the sunrise or sunset online or out in your garden or wherever you happen to be. I know that the English Heritage are streaming live from Stonehenge, so maybe check out their page if you fancy that, or just enjoy the real live sunset or sunrise wherever you are. Thanks once again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye. Gonna say bye? Bye.